وخصوصا لما تكون مرأة بطولة.
Et en même temps, si la femme est dépolitisée, elle dépolitise pas.
Hello ladies and gents, this is Afaf Bannani and I'm happy to meet you again today on our second episode of podcast. You remember our first one, which was an interview made with one of the very talented Tunisian female artists, Dada last time. The exchange we had talking about her rap tournée was an interesting discovery. Keeping faithful to our same theme, women and digital arts in our MENA region, our today's podcast is also talking about someone's journey. But I'm not hosting an artist today, but rather hosting myself. Because I'm also very involved in this process of women trying to make their voice being heard in a region where the main features of a very organized artistic and cultural scene are still in process of being shaped. How did my journey start? And where am I today? These are questions I'll be answering, but also these are interrogations I'm reminding myself of each day to mark my progress and carry out my path. For those who do not know me, I am basically a professor of English literature who did not get a chance to practice her job like it should be, for some reasons related to the job market situation in this country. So, like many youngsters of my age, I find myself studying something, but ending up working in something else. Throughout the years, I made several professional experiences in different fields because I needed a work that will confirm my self-esteem and my financial independence, especially that I have bills to pay by the end of the month. And I guess that's the case for many graduates of my age. The truth is, it was not easy to keep involved in different professional fields that are far from what I studied or far from what I am passionate about. But keeping a sense of determination had given a sense to what I have been going through all. Meanwhile, while doing all this out of life obligations, there was something in me, a voice telling me not to give up on my other skills and passion for arts, for culture, and for supporting the voice of female presence wherever I land. But I have to admit that it is not easy at all to try to find a spot in the mediatic scene in Tunisia, despite the several attempts and despite bringing some new ideas. If we look on the artistic scene and media in Tunisia, we can notice that it's a bit fuzzy and lacks some sense of creativity. I mean, quality call, honestly, I would say. It has been going in two directions since 2011 revolution. One is the national TV and the national radio that is following a sort of monotone pattern and content as well. And the second one is the private sector, where two main private channels, two radio stations, and two TV stations are mainly dominating the scene and the audience rate by producing silly shows, empty values, and gossip culture to the communities watching or following, especially the young community that are very active on social media and who are addicted to the digital platforms, where they are more on that, whereas they could have invested their time and visual abilities into some good content that can uplift them and make them move forward. Because we all know that media is a supreme authority and it's addressing the conscious and the subconscious of people. Being aware of all that, I prepared several projects of radio shows. I have gone to many stations, walked through the halls, knocked on doors, seeking some support or any possible opportunity, seeking a sponsor to be able to go ahead in what I have as a vision, or at least get an okay to start producing some content at some platforms. Yet, that was not fruitful at all. I will not say fruitful, that was not achieved, because for me, I made the journey, I made the quest. So I have decided to start my journey on my own steps, on an individual way, as I believe consistency is the key. The problem is that in Tunisia, still we do not have paved horizons that are calling sponsors to support young talents and embrace new ideas, new cultural targets. Even if there is, it's of a rare presence. What is certain is that the sponsors are not many, that's one, but also there are a bit of going to what is consumed. Cliché, I would say, So they are all repeating themselves in a kind of vicious circle. True, they are making gains and money, and it's because the minds of the receiving community are still passive, shallow, and addicted to the empty content. For example, the world of voiceover and podcasting is a very appealing horizon. It is going very important worldwide, and the reasons are many. First, because the pace of modern life obliges us to rush doing things, and sometimes you want to do more than a thing at a time. So accessing a platform to listen to a podcast about tips to overcome social anxiety or to know more about the biological industry worldwide can be a good plan while we are cooking for dinner or driving our car or even making some grocery walk. Second, the power of digital today makes people go more to get rapid access to some knowledge on some topics while they are presented in a nice way, with a very good sound quality and nice word pitch. Now, on a theoretical level, this is amazing, especially if we are inspired enough to write our own text and make the necessary research. But on a practical level, we start by the first obstacle that I have found myself. The equipment, the mic I'm gonna need to use, the space that I can record in, and thinking of my humble room, yes, I opted for it. But when I made my search for the needed equipment, the cable, the mic, the sound isolating stuff, the choice of the equipments found was not that rich, and the prices are high, too high, honestly. Not giving up on the idea, but I was looking for any friend living abroad who can bring me and I can give him the money once he would be there, as we don't have PayPal yet. Can you imagine that? Forgot to mention that as well. Yes, we speak of the numeric Tunisia, but we don't have PayPal yet. No international cards, though. Now we come to the second challenge. Far from the fact that I am very passionate about podcasting and that I have some sense of generous writing skills, my question was, to where can I publish these podcasts? Especially that the product I'm defending is purely a quality thing, and many of people of my community can find themselves in it. I kept asking if there were enough platforms that can embrace my work, especially if I'm just beginning the journey. The other obstacle is I need my podcast to be valued, but also to get some financial outcomes after a certain time of podcasting. So the money. It's not all the time for free. Here, the most triggering point to ask if we even have a large number of partners and sponsors that can keep on seeking this product that is still new to them and to the entrepreneur scene. Even if there are some experiences ongoing, but it's still not that much. So when I read about the call that La Fabrique Art Studio is making in collaboration with the US Embassy to Tunis and FeMENA Media, I was so happy to be part of, especially that I have met amazing ladies there having great potential in this journey. This is the first premiere that this type of focused and very interesting training took place in Tunisia, and we are so much in need for that. We need a new generation of rising ladies capable of creating, writing, spotting light on numerous number of topics that stand as main concerns for the young and old generations both. If we look around, we have a great potential among these generations. We just lack enough platforms, further mobilization of cultural resources, I would call. We are really doing great as a community of female cultural products. We cannot not admit that the Tunisian woman is particular. The way she has been raised, the way she has been educated, and the way we are open to new cultures, and we are among the first ranked worldwide in various fields. That's why we need to be voiced. We need to raise our voices to pinpoint various topics of interest to us and to our communities. Today, I'm very happy to be part of this podcast journey. I'm happy to hear my voice echoed. And I'm very eager to invite as many guests as possible to go through every possible related topic to our generations and to our current situation. Coming up to our closing part, I would like to warmly thank you guys on this podcast. I look forward to your feedback and your similar experiences in this respect. Keep reminding yourself that consistency is the key and that no one definitely will be at your support but yourselves. So keep working hard and keep believing in your dreams. Start your steps even at a slow pace. It does not matter. What matters is that you are moving. I love ending the talk with some positive vibes, guys, and I leave you with that. And I look forward to take you in another experience in our next episode. Stay tuned. We will be having a very special guest next time. She's rocking in what she's doing, and I will give you just one hint. Music mixing, guys. Stay safe, guys, and looking forward to our next episode then. Bye!